Let's David, let us pray.
Good morning.
Go ahead,
morning
Chester.
to you, Mr. Donald. Yeah, good morning to you. Good morning to all the listeners. We're grateful this morning, Father, to be in your presence this morning. Thank you for the night watch and your day that you have blessed us with. We're thankful. We are grateful. God, we ask you to have your way show the entire day in this beautiful land that you have blessed us with. And you know, God, as the song says, if we need a friend, we can call you, because you're a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. It's better to have a friend than to be in need. And God, we know that we have you with us this morning. There is none like you. There is none to be compared with you this morning. Father, be glorified this morning. Be glorified in the earth this morning. We lift your name on high this morning. We love to sing your praises this morning. Whatever your word declares, the effectual, fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much this morning. Lord, we humble ourselves and we commit ourselves in your hands this morning. Thou art worthy. There is none besides thee this morning. We lift our nation into your hands this morning. And God, we ask you to cover every single person upon this lawn. We bring our leaders, God. We pray, God, that our leaders would understand that apart from you, they are nothing. And God, we see so many leaders of the world that, God, they feel that they can do things on their own and without you. But you put up and you put down. This morning, God, we thank you. We thank you, God, that those of us who are called by your name, God, help us to stand for righteousness in this beautiful land that you have blessed us with. We pray, God, for our teachers this morning and our students, especially the young men of our nation, Father. Father, we are slipping, going down a slippery slope very fast these days, young men. And God, we are those of us as seniors, Lord, help us to be able to be examples and to teach them the right role models for the future. God, this is this beautiful nation that you have blessed us with. God, we pray by your spirit that those of us who are elders can help us teach the young men in the way they should grow. You say train them up in the way they should go, that when they get old, they will not depart from you, God. This morning, God, we bring every young man. God, I pray that, God, they would take the education seriously, that, Father, they would be able to learn to do the right thing, so, God, we can be able to live peacefully in this beautiful land. We see so many young men are gambling in school. Oh, God, how did we get thus far? Because of the examples that is set before them, because they learn what they see. Oh, God, this morning we pray by your spirit that you move on the hearts of fathers and mothers and the parents, Lord, to teach the children, to carry them on their knees, to let the Holy Spirit lead them day by day. Eternal Father, this morning we thank you for Real FM that we can come every morning and lift up your name, the name that is above every name, that every knee would bow and every tongue will confess that you are God. And Father, we just thank you for your greatness this morning. We thank you this morning for Mr. Donald. And God, as he able to facilitate with the other gentleman, BJ, and the other gentleman, Father, on this agricultural program. We thank you for every farmer this morning. God, we need them in a time like this. We need each and every farmer, Lord, this morning. We pray for the family. We pray, God, that the plants that they would plant, Lord God, they would be able to grow and, God, and produce fruits, that our nation, God, will be blessed this morning. So we come with this entire program this morning, the agricultural program. This morning, God, we think about those who are sick this morning. I think about Drumstick and her brother. In the name of Jesus, coming down with the cold. Father, the infirmities, in this body of ours. Sometimes, God, God, you create this body in nose. And God, you say, whenever we ask, what two shall agree touching anything in your name, it shall be done. So, Father, we just want to thank you this morning for your goodness. You are the great physician, Lord. Heal somebody this morning, Father, be it in the hospital or be it at home. They need a move of you, God, in a very special way. And even as we praying this morning, God, maybe someone, Lord, driving down, God, to the hospital. Oh, God, we just pray, God, that you save Johnny. And God, we pray for all the doctors, the nurses, the cleaners, the cooks, Lord. We need each other. We need them, God. God, we give you praise this morning. Father, have your way this morning in our midst. We think about those who are sick, those who are bereaved this morning in a very special, who lost loved ones. God, comfort them in a time like this. But moreover, God, we pray for peace in this beautiful land. Father, this morning, God, we're hearing about so many laws that are making in our nation. And God, we pray that the leaders of our nation would make wise decisions so that we don't suffer the consequences in the long run. We can make the decision, but we don't make the consequences. And Father, we thank you for the elders who has laid the foundation and the platform so that we can walk. God, as we see so many of us, God has come true. And God, today we are leaving testimony of the examples that they're able to pass on to us. So this morning, God, we give you praise. We thank you for the praying mothers that are around these days still. They are rare. The praying fathers are rare. Oh God, help us that we unite and we love one another. Ever conscious of God, we aspire, build and advance as a nation. Oh God, we cannot forget you. For Grenada to move, we cannot do nothing without you. Be with us through the entire day today, God. Have your way in our midst. This favors us, we ask in no other name, but in Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen and amen and amen.
Amen and good morning, Brother Bandy. We'll catch you later, my brother.
Yeah, man, give thanks.
All right, blessings. It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.realfmgrenada.com. Stay with us.
19 Real FM, unfiltered truth, cultural pride, and the power of radio to amplify voices in Grenada. Whoa! Tuning out the spice line, hear the airwaves free. On the radio, see. Whoa! No sugar-coated lyrics, no fabricated vibe. Just the raw truth a flow like Mount Kwakwa tribe. Oh. From Grand Anse to St. George, this the people them a shout. Real expression now hide, let your heart pour out. Microphone to the heavens, the signal strong and clear. Voices of the voiceless, the oppressed, the sincere. Real FM are the vessel, your message fill the air. Speak your truth, Grenada, where your heart there. Real expression, real connection. 91.9, the righteous reflection. From the hills to the harbor, hear the nation sing. Real FM, the sound where make freedom ring. Real expression, real connection. 91.9, the righteous reflection. From the hills to the harbor, hear the nation sing. Real FM, the sound where make freedom ring. Fisherman chant the blues, farmer hymn the rain. Mama shares her wisdom, youths them chant for change. The radio no silence the struggles we face. Amplify the joy, the pain, the grace. Nutmeg in the rhythm, cocoa in the bass. Real FM hold the mirror to the spice all face. Reel up the truth select and let the people speak. 91.9, no weak heart, no meek. From Carriacou shores to the Greater Lake Deep. Real expression loud and the nation loves. Lyrics are a temple, the DJ is the priest. Every song a sermon, every word released. No censorship, no chains, just the soul
91.9. Good morning, drums.
Good morning to you. Good morning to the nation. I'm reading from the Word of God, Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters to restore my soul. He leadeth me in the pathway of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. The one anointeth my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me. All the days of my life I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. This is the end of the scripture reading this morning.
Good morning, my dear, and you sung really, really terrible. That cold killing you, girl.
Yeah, girl. Yeah, boy.
All right, well, stay safe and continue taking the medication.
Yes, I will.
Okay, then. Bye-bye, love.
Okay,
Okay,
bye.
bye-bye. It's real. It's 91. Wow. That flu seems to be killing my drumsticks, girl. That's not good.
Cultural pride and the power of radio to amplify voices in Grenada. Woo! This is Real Expressions Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9 Real FM. From the soil to your soul, we growing real. From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly, planting pride in every row. Grenada's roots forever grow. Sunrise brings the harvest call, banana, nutmeg, feeding all. We salute the ones who feed with every hand and every seed. Great grow real, grow Grenada, heart of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, we're proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe. In the garden, in the field, real stories now revealed. Voices strong with tales to share of heritage, love and country care. Let the young and old unite, real expression shining bright. Agriculture is the way to build tomorrow from today. Roots grow real, grow Grenada, part of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, agri proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe. Soil to soul, we strong like lava. On the air, our stories thrive. Agriculture keeps us alive. Real FM, where the roots go deep. Agriculture Thursday, we sow and reap. This is Real Expressions Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9 Real FM. From the soil to your soul, we growing real. From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly, planting pride in every row. Grenada's roots forever grow. Sunrise brings the harvest call, banana, nutmeg, feeding all. We salute the ones who feed with every hand and every seed. Great grow real, grow Grenada, heart of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, we're proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe. In the garden, in the field, real stories now revealed. Voices strong with tales to share of heritage, love and country care. Let the young and old unite, real expression shining bright. Agriculture is the way to build tomorrow from today. Roots grow real, grow Grenada, part of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, agri proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe.
new Granville Credit Union debit card has made online shopping easier than ever. Quick, secure, and hassle-free. Just tap, pay, and shop with confidence. Get yours today.
Introducing Berger Travelon.
Expect quality. M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
In Grenada, we supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
Introduce.
This is Real Expressions Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9 Real FM. From the soil to your soul, we growing real. From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly, planting pride in every row. Grenada's roots forever grow. Sunrise brings the harvest call, banana, nutmeg, feeding all. We salute the ones who feed with every hand and every seed. We grow real, grow Grenada, heart of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, we're proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe. In the garden, in the field, real stories now revealed. Voices strong with tales to share of heritage, love and country care. Let the young and old unite, real expression shining bright. Agriculture is the way to build tomorrow from today. We grow real, grow Grenada.
It's real, it's 91.
Real farmer.
Let's shuttle down to the
Tune in.
Morris Bishop International Airport Meteorological Office.
It's Thursday, Agri proud and wise. On
And we do it via flow every morning.
FM style. It's
Nicole Jones is on the other end. Good morning, Nicole.
Hi, good morning to you and your listeners. Here's the weather for today, Thursday, the 11th September 2025, recorded at Morris Bishop International Airport. Presently, the weather is partly cloudy. The winds are from the east at 10 miles per hour. Barometric pressure 13.7 millibar, which is above normal and rising. Present temperature is 28.9 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 77%. Yesterday's maximum temperature 32.1 degrees Celsius. Last night's mean was 26.7 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, 1 millimeter of rain was recorded, which brings the total for the month so far at 48.5 millimeter. Now we move to the public forecast valid for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy and slightly hazy with occasional light to moderate showers. Today's maximum temperature 32.5 degrees Celsius. Winds are expected to be from northeasterly to southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas are expected to be slight to moderate with wave of 3 to 5 feet in open waters. Low tide today will be at 12 p.m., high tide at 6 p.m. Just to repeat, sunset today will be at 6:10, sunrise at 5:56 a.m. Just to repeat the public forecast valid for today, Partly cloudy and slightly hazy with occasional light to moderate showers. Maximum temperature today 32.5 degrees Celsius. Reporting from the Morris Bishop International Airport, I am Nico Jones. Do
Thank
have
you.
yourselves a wonderful day.
Thank you very much, Nicole.
You're
Same
welcome.
to you. Bye bye. It's real. It's 91. Yeah, Nicole Jones getting us going there in relation to the weather. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's a Thursday morning. Beautiful Thursday morning. The 11th day of September 2025. Oh, me. Oh, my. My name, Andre Donald, of course, with you for another DAY. Is it going to be good? I trust. There's so many things happening right now. It's just not funny. So many things happening at this particular point in time. It just reminds me of one song that was done by what's his name? By that group Third World. Yeah, remember that group Third World? Yeah, don't you know the story's been told? Well, I'll change it around. Don't you know the story has not been told? When the story gets told, whoop up, Andre, behave. No, do I look already? Go ahead. Go ahead. You're playing your stupid. Go ahead. Hush your mouth. So, what gives? All you good? I'm okay, you know. Yeah, I believe I'm okay. Yeah, that kind of shot. I don't know, no man. I just didn't. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what happened to me this morning. Probably I couldn't find a shirt. I just don't know. It's one of those. Chunky, you okay now? I don't know. You let me know if you're okay. And once you're okay, maybe it's me. You know, I tend to fluctuate my voice too much. Steve Kraft, cuz, how you doing? Norma Felix, Norma, what? Monica done with me. Done with me. Don't worry, I'm going to make up that. What do you think? Yeah, I know you're smiling now. Deborah Laporte, good morning to you. Oh, Chunky, you like that that camera angle? Yeah, that's that kind of thing I put up on the top there. I put something on the screen running on the side there. But the problem is I can't get that other screen at the top. There's a big screen at the top there. So probably might have to do so and get some different cameras. So I start from different angles. You know? So you can, yeah, man, make the thing look nice and pretty now. Yeah, okay. So who are we saying good morning to? Let me go back up at the top, and say good morning. Morning, Carol Belfon. Kristen Otley, good morning. How you doing? Theresa, inside of Toronto, good morning. Claude Abraham. And Marie, I know you want to kill me, but don't worry, babe. So worry. We will work at that, Yeah, it's kind of tough. Yeah, it was really, really tough yesterday. Yesterday was not a very good day, Yesterday was not a very good day, but nonetheless, we went through it. Shirley Scarrett, good morning to you. How you doing, Shirley? And hey, Chameleon, you're there, man. Good to see you. Good to know that you're wrong. And who else do we say good morning? Who else do we have to say good morning to? Yvonne Robertson, Cynthia Bartholomew, good morning. And also saying good morning to Kathleen Ledlow. How are you doing this morning, Kathleen? Cicely Celestine, good morning. Cicely, was a joy seeing you on Sunday. Yeah, it was a real joy. Tamika Moses, top of the morning to you. How are you doing, Tamika? Jeffrey Hagley and Jerome Kenneth Lewis. Marilyn Ferguson. Marilyn says, good evening, everyone. Marilyn, you're living ahead of the pack. What the heck is this? Marilyn says, good evening, you folks. Marilyn, check ahead. Good morning, everyone. And Angel, my dear Angel, good morning to you. Angel, just can't get this guy tied down. As soon as I get this guy tied down, we show up at your doorstep. Don't worry. You're covered. You are covered. Chameleon, what Chameleon saying again? Nothing? Okay. Andrea Burke, good morning to you. And Gemma James, good morning. Miriam Samuel. Adrian Watts, good morning to you, Adrian. Here's hoping you have a wonderful day. Lenroy Alexander, Deborah LeBoard, Norma. Yeah, Norma. What? Don't worry. Say a word for your boy now? Right. Okay, we'll walk it out, don't worry. Okay, and Steve, yeah, well, Steve is there. And Roslyn Jones says, good morning, everyone. Now, here's what. Today is Agriculture Thursday. I want to really and truly focus on agriculture. Yeah, focus on agriculture. We ain't focusing on anything else. Trying to keep it agriculture. Where you know Andre's thoughts the sway. And that's the bad thing about Andre. His thoughts is just do so and just disappear down the road, go up the road, all kind of thing now. Andre had to stop that. Yeah, Andre had to stop his thoughts straying like that. But in any event, oh, good morning to the folks at Closure. Coming your way today, Closure. Yeah, finally, I'm coming your way today, Closure. And I want a big welcome. Now. Yeah, you have to treat me like if I, woo, he's here, yes. Beat pan and thing now, Closure. Denise Sandy, good morning to you. John Mark, how you doing? Hope everything is going well with you, John Mark. Yeah, all you have to make, yeah, boy. Yeah, but I'm coming Closure today, most definitely. Mitch, good morning. See you later. Hope you're there, you know, Mitch. Hope you're there. And my good partner, Hurricane, I'm coming. Yeah, with the blessing of the Lord, I will be there. Yeah, finally. And I got a surprise to you, so you better make yourself available. Everybody, make yourself available for that surprise, right? Closure, it's gonna be how do you call it? Epic. That's a word to use. It's gonna be epic today. Faithlin Halley Douglas. Faithlin, good morning to you. How are you doing, dear heart? Yeah. Okay, here's Marilyn again saying, good morning, my dear Real FM family. Top of the day to everyone. Well, you are the evening, no, Marilyn. You that, I don't know. We're living in front of people. But y'all didn't believe that she said evening? Hold on. Let me put it up. Put them up. Yeah, Andre, put them up. What is it? Yeah, look at it. Good evening, everyone. Marilyn, no. That can't be the same Marilyn. No, that can't be the same Marilyn. Put them up. Anyway. You know, after I not every time, but a lot of the times when I do son, take a moment and, you know, just reflect. Yeah, it's not good. Oh, by the way, next Tuesday, that's Tuesday coming, definitely on the program, 20 questions. Yeah, we've got Nolan Cox, Senator Nolan Cox, next Tuesday, right here on Real FM. So listen up for it. That's Tuesday coming. Any Tuesday after today. Desmond DeBellat, how are you this morning? And who else? We saying morning to? Let's all say, Red Girl Pascal, good morning. You people are so wonderful, eh? So sweet. So sweet. So sweet. I love and adore you. And all the support that you have given and continue to give to Todd's Real FM. I love and adore you for it. It's just remarkable. Yeah, it is just simply remarkable that you love Real FM in so many different ways. And at times it makes me wonder, what can I do for you so as to make you happy? Yeah, that's what I wonder about. What can I do for you? How can I make you how can I make you feel proud? Denise Sandy, how can I make you guys feel proud? Chunky, what can I do to make you guys say yes? That's our station. You know that's the way I feel sometimes. Because when I'm not here to say good morning to you guys and know that I kind of feel that you appreciate me. I hope you do. Yeah, I hope you do appreciate. Because I really appreciate you. I appreciate you so much you'd never know. You'd never ever know. Angel, good morning to you again. Yeah. Angel Map. Yeah. Anyway. You see, this is what happens when my thoughts go elsewhere. I have to say good morning to the family of Nilon Franklin. They're still grieving, and they will continue to grieve. And we of the Real FM family, we grieve with them. We grieve with them. You know, it's a grief that it's gonna take them eons to get over it. I don't even know if the mother will be able to get over it. But what we have to do is, please don't make the statement and say, well, I know how you feel. You don't know how the mother is feeling. You have no idea. So don't even make that statement. Just be there. Do you understand? Just be there. Yeah. Don't ask me what is on my mind. Don't ask me. As I said, the song Third World Deal, don't you know the story is being told? I put it to you this way. Don't you know the story has not been told? But the story will be told. The story will be told. Floyd Stapleton. I don't think I've seen that name before. Barbara Henry, good morning. How you doing, girl? Yeah. Joseph Alwyn? Haven't seen that one too. I don't think I've seen it before. I'm not saying you've never been there, but yeah, Floyd Stapleton. I haven't seen your name before. And Joseph Alwyn. Good morning. Good morning to you. Both of you. And Barbara Henry, good morning to you. So maybe what you can do anytime you're doing so and you're posting, it's first time posting on the thing, you could have been a listener before. But first time posting, just say, hey Andre, first time posting. So then I'll know. But I haven't seen the name Floyd Stapleton and Joseph Alwyn before. Maybe you've been there and I just overlooked, but nonetheless, welcome and welcome to the family. And trust I would have BJ this morning. He really disappoints. Rarely does he ever disappoint. You know, he's here most if not all of the time. He's here, and it's always a pleasure having him. Oh yeah, Andre, you need to do this. What do I need to do? Okay, while I'm talking to you, I'm going to do this. I am going to send the invite to Dr. Entwine. I don't know if he's going to be with us this morning. There's a possibility he may be with us. You remember last week he wasn't too well. He's really sick. And then his internet was giving a bit of a bother. So that sort of compounded the thingy last week. So I've sent off the invite to Dr. Entwine. So, Sherry Ann Charles. Good morning to you, Sherry Ann Charles. Jackie, my love, how are you? Pearl. Pearl. Thank you, Pearl. Wonderful. So, let's do some. See, Clive Raymond says good morning, and Adriana Alexander, Pearl, Charles, Pearl, wonderful. Jackie, my dear. How's Karakou, darling? Sherry and Charles. It's not a name that I'm familiar with, I'll say again. So it seems like today, Thursday, is New People Day. Joseph Alwyn is saying, yeah, true. Are you saying, yeah, true to the fact that you are first time? I want to, for he's a jolly good fellow, I could do that for you, but I don't know. Are you for real? Gemma, as in Gemma Wow. Gemma, good morning to you. Gemma, you're not first time, you're there every day. Every day, your day. Just day. But I love you being there. All right. So, oh boy, let me see if I can do some, pull up this thing over here. It might be nice, don't you think? Yeah, man, let me try that now. Okay, so let's go real. FM. Yeah. Grenada. Live. Where we there? There we there. Where? Look at us right there. Oh. I didn't see that head, boy. What you do with that head, boy? What? Other guy? Oh, yo. Ha! Ooh. Okay, so Joseph Alwyn first time. Where are you located, Joseph Alwyn? If you can tell us. Bridgman, my good. No, not Clifford. It's Augustine Bridgman. Good morning to you, Bridgman. How are you feeling today, boy? Everything going well with you? I've started walking. Yes, again, I've started walking. Finally, I was just not getting it together, and finally a friend of mine says, hey, we need to go walking. Da, 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 da. So, so I've started walking, people, and I did my first spit yesterday morning, and when you start back, you can't just go like every morning. So I did my first spit yesterday morning, and then I'll do some tomorrow morning, and then, like every other day kind of thingy. Yes, I have a walking partner. Who? Male or female? Well, hold on. Why you gonna walk with male for? Not walking with male. I didn't say I'm walking with female either. I just say I'm not walking with male. Do I have a dog? No, I don't have a dog. I have a piece of stick. Yeah, and it's heavy. It's like a weight in my hand. So I say to people, tie your dog. Don't let the dog rush out on me because I can't run. Understand that? Okay? So Joseph Alwyn is from Guelph. Are you in Grenada, Joseph? Yeah, I want to know everything about you. Yeah, probably saying that. Okay. Augustine says that he's feeling good today. Gemma wants to know if it's Angela do me here. Yes, Angela do it. What happened? You have a problem? Okay, Alvin, are you in Grenada? Yeah, just let us know, man. We want to know everything about all our people, What happened to the next person? Who was the next person who was new? Okay, let me go back and see, Andre didn't remember who the next person that is new. We'll find it. Oh, Floyd Stapleton. Good morning again, Floyd Stapleton. Floyd, where are you from? Is there anybody in Barbados? Okay, so Alvin is in Grenada. Well, nice to have you, my brother, and I hope that you do love the vibes on Real FM. Is there anybody listening to us from who is in Barbados? I've never questioned it. I know we have folks in Trinidad, but I know people, St. Vincent, of course. Ganja people must listen to us. Yeah, got folks in Trinidad. But I don't know if I've ever had, my daughter, when she was in Barbados studying, she finished now for the time being, but my daughter, she linked us from Barbados once or twice. But I don't know if you have anybody living in Barbados. Well, we have a lot of Grenadians living in Barbados, I do know, but is there anybody who religiously listens to Real FM inside a Guelph? Huh? Anybody? Anybody? Somebody? Nobody? It didn't look so. I'm trying to find out the time. Oh, 7:45 already. Never did realize that. Yeah, that's me over there. See? That's me right there. See? Look at me. See? See? There I am. That's me right there. Don't I look handsome? Yeah. Look at me. That's the guy. Yeah. Look at the guy. Angel, what are you laughing at? You laughing at my hairstyle? Yeah? Angel, are you laughing at my hairstyle? So if you're traveling down the Grande Tang this morning, hi, how you doing? Yeah, I haven't said good morning to you guys for a long time. So today I'm saying hi, hello, and how you doing? Here's hoping that you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Yeah. Through St. David's. Yeah. That's a good place. I like St. David's, you know. Yeah, I like St. David's. Nolene Thompson, how you doing, girl? I haven't heard from you. I saw you on when did I see you? I think I saw you on Sunday. Yeah. Look good. Right. Yeah, Nolene Thompson, good morning to you. Mrs. Thompson. Always hoping that you have a wonderful day. Hold on. Let me read my message. Why I can't say good morning to Deacon Mitchell? Okay, good morning, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, but you're not here. So you wouldn't hear that? Somebody might tell him? Okay, fine. Somebody go tell him. But you're not here. Where is he? I don't know. Last place I know he was in Ethiopia. He went and visited Haile Selassie. Selassie dead, Andre. I don't know what he went there for. I don't know. But he went to Ethiopia. And if all you think, all you can't touch me, and all you can't touch me. We St. Patrick's people, we hot now. We real hot. We first we hot, we burning. What I mean by that, caller coming to you. Prime Minister Mitchell from St. David's. He was or is in Ethiopia. Joseph Andal is from St. Patrick. He was or is in Ethiopia. Senator Civil Francis is from St. Patrick's. She was or is in Ethiopia. What? Are you crazy or what? We run things. Yeah. Do you like it? We're in Africa. We're close to Selassie. Let me see who's on the phone. Eh? Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Andrew. How are you this morning? Yes, Mr. Our Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell is here because yesterday he was not in the church in the funeral, but he was in the cemetery because he put the last wreath on top the casket when they pushed it in the inside the thing. So he's in Grenada.
That's for Mr. Ventus funeral? Was it?
The commissioner, Nichols.
Okay.
Yes,
the commissioner of prisons. Yeah,
yes. Okay. So he's in Grenada.
So in Grenada. Well,
yes,
that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So
right,
that means
good.
Okay, thank you. Right. So Prime Minister back home, but don't worry. This is St. Patrick's Power he travel with. Senator Francis, Civil Francis, and MP Andel. Stop us! You feel all you could joke? We riding plane too. Riding plane like boss. Yeah. Even if you can't play Farmers Day bonus, ride plane like boss. Yeah, ride plane. All about all you want to ride plane. Go ahead. Some people might not like me for saying this, but say what? The important thing is that I love me, eh? I love me. That is the important thing. And I don't really... Do I care? Oh, I care about people, but I first love me. The only people I can love before me would be my daughter and my son. But I have to love me first if I intend to love you. My daughter and my son, that is completely different category. Yeah. Don't play that. Don't play that right there, so. Right there, so stop. But outside of that, I love me first, and after I love me and I'm comfortable with me, then I could deal with you. You understand? Right. Okay. Somebody saying he home for how long? He don't stay home long. I don't know how long he here for, but he's here. The important thing that he's the Prime Minister and he's here. I'm not really worried, huh? Okay, hold on. Message again. Andre, what the Prime Minister do you don't like him? What kind of fool thing is that? I don't even bother to respond to that now. What the Prime Minister do I don't like him? So what I don't like him for? And who say I hate him? So it's not these things about likes? You think I on Facebook then? I don't understand you. Not even this program on the stream on Facebook. YouTube only. I don't understand. Don't like the Prime Minister. Watch. They better stop this dotishness about don't liking him. He don't living on my eyebrow, no? I don't living on his eyebrow. So when we blink, somebody go fall off. So I don't understand. This thing not what I like. I respect him most definitely. I respect him. You better know that. No disrespect going to the Prime Minister from here. No. We don't roll that kind of roll. We deal with this thing different. But I wonder what that visit is. Listen, if you have the Prime Minister, the Foreign Minister, Senator Francis, who is inside of sports and thing there, where I think she's responsible for youth. Yeah, I think so. And the Chief of Staff. If you have these people traveling together, going to one place, it's a serious delegation. That's not a small kind of delegation that, might and strength. Foreign Affairs and Prime Minister already. Sybil Francis, youth already. Chief of Staff, well, you know. So the thing is, what they was on by, what they went and do? We need to find out that boy. What it is they went and do in the place? We got a call. Are we? Good morning.
Yes, good morning, my brother.
How you doing? How you doing?
I just listening to you and coming from the bush. It reminds me that we're in the heart of the hurricane season. We're in the month of September, perhaps the most feared month as a result of the weather in our country. And I believe the Ministry of Agriculture should at least have some information going out to farmers with pen, be it poultry pen, pig pen, or goat pen, advising them on some measures they could take to prepare their pens better for the hurricane. Most farmers just nail their pens, and even using wire to tie the joints, which is not very expensive, just involving the labor, could help preserve the pen. We are having too much damage that we could avoid after a hurricane. Now, when you have a hurricane and 40-50% of the house is blown down, but the poultry pens and the pig pens and the goat pens are also destroyed. Fencing are destroyed. We are taking too long to recover. So I want to admonish, I want to plead with, I want to beg the Ministry of Agriculture to put out some regular information sheets for farmers, even bee farmers. There are things you could do to protect your highs from tumbling. We don't have to lose all our highs after a hurricane. We could protect our highs. Simple, easy things that is just a little time consuming, but it's worth it. So the Ministry of Agriculture should spend some time providing information and encouraging farmers to protect the pen. When a hurricane passes, the hives in the wild are also destroyed. So if the domestic hives that you keep are destroyed and the hives in the wild are destroyed, it takes an excessively long time to recover. But beekeepers could protect the hive. And the Ministry of Agriculture should point out to them what measures they could take to protect our hive. That is the purpose of all these experts we have in the Ministry of Agriculture. An information sheet, a fly sheet, demonstration programs on Grenada Information Service could do. We are just sitting, waiting, and hoping that when hurricane passes, we are not destroyed. There is a prayer we say in some churches have, praying against the destruction of hurricane. But I also always remember a story I heard when I was very young, with great regularity. Two women, one went to the river. One was praying for God to send an angel to help her wash. And one, while she was praying to send an angel to help her wash, she was washing. And she left the one who was praying for the angel in the river. I believe we sit down waiting and hoping things would not happen. But the students, the children, our sons and daughters, that we spend money on, millions of dollars, to go to university, to get initiative. And when they return, we are paying them. We should hold them accountable to come up with answers to address the challenges we have. I know this program perhaps is the longest agriculture program on radio anywhere else in the Caribbean. I've not heard another agriculture program in the Caribbean with such consistency. I know the authorities that don't like the program because the program lay bare the facts. They offer solutions and they beg the authorities that be to be. I want to plead with the Ministry of Agriculture this morning. Please, do something more to help the farmers that have pain, the poultry farmers, the pig farmers, the sheep and goat farmers. Even information about how to store food. Maybe during this season, farmers should be taught how to store some feed and what to do immediately after a hurricane to salvage your pen. My brother, sometimes if your house fall on the ground, you sit down home traumatized with your children and you're crying, and you ignore your poultry farm. And it's the poultry farm that provide the income to take care of the house. But because people normally traumatize in a disaster, they tend to go in a sense of paralysis. For the first couple hours, they stupefy, they shock, kind of inertia, they don't know what to do. And that is where our best minds, our best brains, supposed to help us in the times of agriculture. I want to plead with the Ministry of Agriculture. I know Every time they hear our voices, they believe we are against government. But this is a plea to agriculture. Please provide some information for the beef farmers. And if the Ministry of Agriculture could advocate in this time to remove the VAT on screws, more farmers might be able to buy screws to reinforce the pens. Hurricane staple, I don't know if I have the right word, but it's a piece of galvanized iron or whatever they use to strengthen joints and junctions in the houses. And there are certain wire that you could buy. Take out the VAT on it, please. So it will be cheaper for the farmers to use. It saddens my heart that every time a hurricane passes, 40-50% of the houses fall. And we sit down crying like Alice in Wonderland and begging for help. After 50 years of independence, we ought to do better. Even nutmeg trees, the hurricane normally break it in half. And we have been begging the Nutmeg Association to send out a pamphlet, information sheet, advising farmers on husbandry practice. Because most of the nutmeg that fall topple over. Trees fall on trees. And most of the nutmeg are broken. So it seems the hurricane was saying this nutmeg tree too tall. So it's not a question of reinventing the wheel. It's just watching what the hurricane does and try to do better. I know we have the well-trained, capable minds, but maybe they are resting on their laurels and they need somebody to motivate them. So I appeal to the Chief Technical Officer in Agriculture. That is your responsibility. The Chief Technical Officer in Agriculture. Call out your management team and come up with suggestions how the farmers could be better prepared for the hurricane. It is here, we're in September. Outside is hot. People are quiet. As if people waiting and a sense of expectancy, they're waiting. So I want to plead that cause this morning, my brother.
Thank you very much
for listening to me. Yeah.
Thank you very much for calling. Great.
Yeah,
before you run off, I don't know if you missed it. Are you paying attention to the date?
The date?
Today?
Today is the 11th.
Of?
That is September. And that is that September 11 was when the American, when we had the disaster in America?
That's correct.
And if you know, I and Esman Luis, he was working with NASA. He was in Gazi. I think I was doing a cesarean section on an animal. And when I finished and I reached to him, he said, let's move one time. And I saw a whole change in his temperament. I didn't ask no question. But when he reached in Sotes, he said, you know what happened in the world? Because I'd learned over the years, when he changes his mood, I wait on him before he speak. And I raced home because at that time, my father was in the noontide of life and was waiting to go to the great beyond. He died a few days after. And he died and he did not know about the destruction of the land. We used to sell about 300 pounds of nutmeg a week when nutmeg in season. And then not a tree was left. Not one nutmeg tree was left standing. In addition to that, moved from that to the hurricane. After the hurricane, not one tree was left. It was the two events was very traumatic for us because my father died immediately after September 11th.
Mm-hmm.
And then those away trying to come home with the flight and etc. And then when the hurricane comes, you used to sit and watch your land destroyed. I remember a number of people died. One individual, his mother sent him to see the land. And when he come back, the mother asked him, his father died was wonderful. He told his mother, if I been dead, he would have dead. And a number of people in the community that died, we used to fun with it. They went and watched the land, and when they come back, within a month they was dead.
Just dead.
So this is why I believe, I always felt that our psychologists, our social scientists, they seem so quiet. But I believe they have been used to help prepare our people mentally and psychologically for trauma. My brother, we like sitting ducks waiting to be shot and devoured. Yeah. Well, I got to run.
Take care of yourself. Have a good one. It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. We'll take a commercial break, friends, and we will be back. When I'm back, I've got my special guest here with me this morning. Yeah, not today without the struggle. You better believe that.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Look no further than the Chameleon Design Studios, the creative powerhouse behind Key Central and dozens of standout brands across Grenada and beyond. From web designs, animations, and motion graphics to custom video productions, we bring your visions to life with unmatched efficiency and professionalism. Need a logo? Logo design starts at just $1,500, and our starter pack includes brochures, call cards, and letterheads. Whether you're launching a new business, revamping your identity, or telling your story visually, Chameleon Design Studios is the new face of designs. Call us now at 1473-422-8601 or scan that QR code. Follow us on Instagram at chameleon_473. Let's communicate. Call us today.
Hey Grenada, are you ready to take charge of your future? The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is here to help you make it happen. Whether you're starting a savings journey, planning for education, or chasing your big dreams, we've got the tools and support you need. With savings, loans, mortgages, and expert financial advice, your goals are within reach. And for the youth of our nation, we believe in you. Let us help you build the foundation for a brighter tomorrow. Visit us at Jubilee Street, Grenville, Lucas Street, St. George, or our brand new modern spaces at Seaton Brown Street, Grenville.
The proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Classic Furniture. Our items are made from the best local wood available on island. Our products are made with love, care, and the experience we have gained over the years. Why do you even contemplate using substandard furniture, which is imported, when you can get the best made right here in Grenada? Our factory is located in the cultural village of Chantimel and our showroom on Ben Jones Street, St. Andrew. We are also noted for refurbishing that piece of furniture to its initial look. When looking for quality furniture, there is only one place to look, and that's Classic Furniture, where we take care of your needs with utmost care. So give us a call today and put your furniture woes to rest. Classic Furniture, where love and luxury is combined to provide the ultimate satisfaction. Call us today on 442-4645. Classic Furniture.
Expect quality. M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Angel's Beauty Salon and Barbershop, Bruce Street Mall, St. George's, your one-stop destination for all things beauty. Hair services, relaxes, waves, treatments, braids, cornrows, natural hairstyles, locks and lock installation, wig installation, nail services, acrylic nails, gel nails, pedicures, and more. Call or WhatsApp us today, 1473-403-4421 to book your appointment today.
It's in the feeling and how we talk. It's in the meaning and our spark. It is the thing that sets us apart. Who we are. Cause the rhythm of life keeps pumping. Together going strong. No matter what, we keep things flowing. For the people we will go all in. Our hands up in the sky. Celebrate and come let your rhythm flow.
Welcome listeners to another program of Did You Know? A 5-minute feature from the Grenville Cooperative Credit Union. I am your presenter, Ocelyn Crosby. On this week's program, we hear from parents of the recipients of the Roy Richardson Scholarship Award program and how this program has positively impacted their lives. Ken Samuel, father of one of the recipients, spoke of the impact.
The scholarship program is a very important one, since it assists the students in the rural community. Being in the credit union over a couple of years now, I feel proud that Grenville Credit Union could actually come out with such a influential, such a interesting program where you can assist in any way possible students, as well as, we see the impact that he had given in the schools also, helping the parents to reduce some of the costs. Things are getting very difficult nowadays.
While saying thank you to the credit union for this program, Mr. Samuel used the opportunity to commend the GCCU on a program at the St. Mary's RC School.
In all, I would say thanks to Grenville Credit Union for the support that it has given in the community and in the schools. Something I enjoy from the credit union in St. Mary's RC is that they have an outlet there where the students can save their money, and at the end of the school term. You know, they could, so like when they finish the CPA exam, they could carry the money to the credit union, and that will help them to even go on to the secondary school educations. For me, I see a lot of good in the credit union, and I hope that the leadership would continue to do the good work that they're doing so that they can even better the students in the whole of St. Andrews.
Mother of another recipient, Michaela Henry, also shared her thoughts on the program.
I find it's a very good initiative which will help and benefit the youth today. And I mean, a lot of parents cannot afford, and there are parents that really need it. And I believe giving this opportunity to children, it will help them to go forward, and it will basically help them in their educational wise, because sometimes we have dreams but we cannot fulfill the dreams because of lack of resources. And with the credit union giving the children this scholarship, it will help them to accomplish their dream, and it will also push them in terms of betterment, because sometimes we think that it's okay to settle for less, but with this opportunity it will help them to better, and it will push them to become a better person of themselves.
We are due now for a break, more when we return.
The new Grenville Credit Union debit card has made online shopping easier than ever. Quick, secure, and hassle-free. Just tap, pay, and shop with confidence. Get yours today. As a professional athlete with a busy schedule, I value efficiency. And becoming a member of the Grenville Credit Union has never been easier. With their new website, you can get started in just a few simple steps. All you need are 2 valid ID cards, proof of address, and a recent payslip. That's it. Visit their website today and take control of your financial future in minutes.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us on this week's program, we are sharing parents' comments on the Roy Richardson Scholarship Program. Henry, when saying thanks, says she hopes the words of encouragement shared at the ceremony remain as a guide for all.
And thank you to the Credit Union for this great opportunity. I appreciate it, and I hope that the information that we get here today and fall on deaf ears, but persons that are willing to increase their knowledge. And I want to say thank you again and continue doing the good job that you're doing.
And that's it for this week. Until next week, I am your presenter, Ocelyn Crosby. Grenville Credit Union, your financial institution who values our membership and strives to provide exceptional customer service.
This is Real Xpressions Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9 Real FM. From the soil to your soul, we're growing real. From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly. Planting pride in every row, Grenada's roots forever grow. Sunrise brings the harvest call, banana nutmeg feeding all. We salute the ones who feed with every hand and every seed. Brave grow real, grow Grenada, heart of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, and we're proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe. In the garden, in the field, real stories now revealed. Voices strong with tales to share of heritage, love and country care. Let the young and old unite, real expression shining bright. Agriculture is the way to build tomorrow from today. Roots grow real, grow Grenada, part of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, I be proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe. Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9 Real FM. From the soil to your soul, we growing real. From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly, planting pride in every row. Grenada's roots forever grow. Sunrise brings the harvest call, banana nutmeg feeding all. We salute the ones who feed with every hand and every seed. We grow real, grow Grenada, heart of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, we're proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe. In the garden, in the field, real stories now revealed. Voices strong with tales to share of heritage, love and country care. Let the young and old unite, real expression shining bright. Agriculture is the way to build tomorrow from today. We grow real, grow Grenada, heart of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, agri proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe.
Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Carriacou. Good morning, Piedmont. Yeah, you probably thought I'd gone in. No. It's just I'd gotten a little bit mixed up with the what you call it? The Grenville Credit Union program. I had a little mix up with that and I had to bring it to you nonetheless. Somebody saying good morning to BJ. And the person doesn't even know if BJ is here, you know, but the person's saying good morning to BJ.
Good morning.
Why are you saying good morning? I didn't even tell you you could talk yet.
Well, the person said good morning, so I'm saying good morning.
There we go. Ray, Jackie, man, Ned. Jackie, I didn't know you were a man. Yeah, Jackie, really? Never hear my name, but always on your radio show. Well, this is the first time you ever comment, so I can't say your name if you ain't comment, my brother. I wouldn't know that you're there. All right, and to all who are on, thank you very much for joining us. And no, he's not late. It's just that that's the time he chose to get here this morning. Bertrand John, good morning to you. How you doing?
Morning, Andre.
Everything good?
I am doing fine. Warm and easy as always.
How you know you're warm and easy? Do you feel warm in the air conditioner?
Because I'm mama. Warm-blooded.
You're a mammal. You're warm-blooded. Okay. Okay. I hear you. So, how was your week, my brother?
Good. Happy to be alive. Happy to be in St. Patrick's East. Happy to be on your radio station. Happy to see all the lovely people this morning when I was getting here.
Oh, did you see a lot of people?
Yeah, there were a few people on the road waiting for buses and, you know, trying to get on the job.
So, how was River Sally? I must ask you that because you had to come through.
River Sally. Nice as always. Calm this morning. People are out doing a bit. School started. Credit union open. Medical center open. No, it's all right. We are doing good.
What do you like most about River Sally, though, BJ? What do you love most about River Sally?
The location.
The location?
Yes, and I know that stunned you this morning. Yeah, the location, where it is located. You have the beach close by, you have a river close by, you have a lake close by, you have Boiling Spring close by, you have two lakes right, you know, up your nose, you know, the islands where they are located, Sandy Island, Green Island, you know. The most picturesque place is St. Patrick's East. And I'm happy to be in River Sally. And the fruits too. A lot of mango and a lot of watermelon and, you know, those kind of things. sapodillas, sugar apples. You know, nice place. Give little trouble now and then, but you know, happens everywhere.
Okay. I'm from Montreal. I know it's the best place.
You know it's the best place?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know that for a fact. That is where the Arawaks lived.
Oh, okay.
That's where they live. So it must have been not must have been a good place for them. That's why it's the best place for us.
Why not? Have rich history.
Very rich. And it's a place that they got it mixed up and they say we have a Carib stone.
That's what I thought.
That's not
That
true.
was going through my mind.
That's not true.
It's an Arak stone then.
Amerindian stone.
Amerindian stone. Okay.
Because if they, PJ, come on, you see, they got this thing all mixed up, eh? They claim, and let me put this person on hold. You're on hold there. We'll get you in a moment. Just let me finish something with BJ. BJ, they claim that who they call the Caribs. They're the one who gave the people the name Caribs and Arawaks. That wasn't their name.
Okay.
They were Amerindian, Siboneyes.
Okay.
No, they claim that the Caribs were fierce and warlike people. They like war, they fighting, the cannibals, they eating people. Now, if that was the case, where they get the time to go and carve stone? Think about it, BJ. Where they get time to go and carve stone? They ain't have no time. So it has, come on, there has to be a mistake they make, man. They just wanted to paint them people and them with a bad kind of paintbrush.
Well, sometimes when you want to get rid of certain tribes, that's what you do.
Mm-hmm. Let's take this caller. Caller, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning to BJ and good morning to you, Andre Donald.
Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, good morning.
Yes. BJ, it's all about you this morning. I'm putting you on the hot seat this morning.
All right, I don't know you. Hello. Hold on. I get the impression that you're using your device with a speakerphone, and that's not coming through very clear. Can you just use the phone normally in your ear?
Yes, it is in my ear.
Yeah, if you can use it normally in your ear, then it'll be better for us. We'll be able to hear you, and then our listeners can hear you clearly. Are you ready?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
That sounds a bit better. Let's try and see how it goes.
Right. So, BJ, you want to hot seat this morning. Tomorrow morning, elections is called. You have won the constituency. You're now the Minister of Agriculture. How are you going to handle the situation with the fish problem that we have? Number one. Number two, the second question is this. The government of Grenada has
Are you still using? Are you doing as I asked? Because you keep drifting in and out, and that gives us the impression that you're using a speakerphone.
Okay, hold on a second.
Yeah, do us better than that, because we will not be able to hear you properly.
All right, are you hearing me better now?
That sounds a lot better. Let's try.
Right. So the first question, did you get the first question, BJ?
No, I weren't hearing you clearly at all. You need to repeat the first one and speak a bit slower.
Perfect. All right. So tomorrow morning, government holds elections. And you have won the constituency. The NNP party has won the government. Okay? And they now make up the government. You're now the Minister of Agriculture. How do you intend to tackle the problem of this fish problem that we have that has arisen? How do you plan to handle that? That's the first question. The second question to you is this, that with the current administration has put on an additional tax on sugar, right? And that has obviously increased the price of a lot of the products that we sell, which is the tamarind ball, the confectionery products that we sell. So we are basically we're not competitive as compared to the other islands as far as that would be concerned, because obviously we're paying an additional tax on confectionery items. Okay? Do they intend to take that off so that we become more competitive? When tourists comes by, they be able to get product that is competitive as far as, the region is concerned. I'd like to hear your comments on that, sir.
All right, so first you want him to comment on the fish problem, the fish issue. And
Yes.
secondly, we're talking about the tax on sugar, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Those are the two.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So you probably just, as I say, kick back and relax and listen to those answers, yeah?
Yes, because remember, he is in the capacity of Minister of Agriculture right now. That's where I'm placing him right now.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
no problem. Yeah, thanks. Yes, BJ, you got it?
In relation to fish, Andre?
Yeah, the fish issue
Yes,
right now.
right now. We need to start solving that problem right now, like today.
How?
By engaging the authorities and putting the systems and structures that are necessary that can clear us from the ban that they're actually trying to instill on Grenada.
They're not trying, BJ.
They do it already.
That's already been done. They're not trying.
Well,
That's one.
they give us a date. Give us a date.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen in
well, you can probably beg and
You cannot.
and start putting the things in place and say
You can start putting
and say you have hang on, do an emergency inspection and see where we are. We are actually doing the things that are necessary that can clear us from all the things that you say we are not doing. We need to start now, and we have no time to delay on that. In fact, I saw an ex-Minister of Agriculture who would have written about this on social media, and he itemized all the things that we needed to do in order to, to be cleared. And I'm saying that, yes, some of them may take a little while, but they're not impossible, and they're not extremely difficult. That's it for fish, because it's too important an industry for us to be playing around with it or sitting back. We have no time. We need to start doing that now, like now. In relation to the sugar, Andre, that's a given. I didn't, and I still don't understand the logics in why would you have to, put a tax on sugar. And the reason that you actually gave, it's not logical, and it doesn't make no sense. And I think it's a mistake, and I think that should be corrected. Anything that can increase the cost of living, anything, not just sugar, you should try to see how best you can to alleviate that problem or that burden that you are creating on, especially the poor and vulnerable, the needy in our country, the entrepreneurs that start off with their confectionaries and stuff like that. You need to support that industry. In fact, they had a study done in Jamaica recently where they were trying to bar the usage of soda in school because they say, hang on, something, these drinks got too much carbohydrates in it, got too much sugar. And you know what happened? A few doctors came out and said, hang on, we're not sure if you're getting this aspect of things right. Because when you go into school, actually, you actually need high levels of sugar, high levels of carbohydrates. In a lot of cases, that's what activates your brain. And sometimes some of the kids have to travel so far to get to school. Most of the energy that they stored up, they would utilize it. So sometimes they need something very sugary to get them going. So I'm not saying that we should use sugar, in excessive amount and stuff like that. But what people don't understand, sugar is part of people's diet. In a lot of cases, most people diet. You consume quite a bit of carbohydrates every day, and in the form of, sugary food. You need to control it. You need to ensure that you don't take excessive amount, but you should not make that aspect of your food too expensive, whereby people see in trouble to get it. or to even trade in it.
Okay.
That's my answer.
That's your answer. Okay, we've got another call on the line here. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yes, my brother, good morning.
Yeah.
I listened this morning to BG when you ask him the question about what he likes more about, what he likes about River Sally. And I think, BG, you should perhaps put that on paper. In addition to the fact that he names the amount of different names that in River Sally, that alone is a dynamic way for a 5-year-old to start to feel about his community. And that means that River Sally is a very fertile place because of the access to water. So BJ, I would really like to see you develop a 2 or 3 page document so that when somebody asks somebody from River Sally what they like about River Sally, they could not only say, well, I like it, but they could give them reasons, the justification, and the potential, the economic realities of the place. And never forget the names in River Sally, like Live Calabash and other names. If a 5-year-old knows the names of the place in River Sally, that 5-year-old bright, in addition to the reasons you advance. And I thought it necessary to say that. When people ask me about my community, I speak about the spiritual impact of the name. So every community is unique. But your community, the location, I think is so important, and sometimes we ignore it. So thank you this morning, BJ. That was a lesson.
Thank you, sir. BJ, we have your friend in on the program already this morning. So let's say good morning to your good brethren. Paul, are we coming to you? Let's say good morning to Dr. Entwine. Are you dressed in your scrubs this morning, Dr. Entwine?
Yes, I am.
What is it? And you still have the cold problem?
Yeah, I'm still recovering from it.
Oh my God! You sound like you swallowed 10 rats, man.
Maybe 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning, BJ. Good morning.
Morning, Doc.
Sorry about the persisting cold that I've got here. But I'll try and do my utmost.
All right. Nice to have you along this morning, nonetheless.
Thank you for having me, Andrew.
Nice to have you. We have another call online. Let's take the caller. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Andrew Donald, and to Mr.
And your radio is bordering on being loud, eh? So I always have to tell you to just turn the volume off, bro.
The radio turned down.
Turn the volume off, and then we good because I'm still hearing. Good. Let's try that. Thank you so much.
I just want to congratulate Mr. Pierre. I thought he made a very good statement this morning earlier on to you, with the way forward that the ministry should be looking at things now, seeing that we are into the hurricane season. So I thought the tips that he gave to the ministry is wholeheartedly good way to start. So I hope that they will take part of it or most of his advice to them. In terms of the 2 questions that was asked to BJ, I happen to not hear much of the first question because I move away. But the second question, in the terms of the sugar, I too share most of that views. Sugar is almost a everyday use. Not almost, it is a everyday use. And I don't think the tax on sugar would have helped to create anything more. So I think government has to think in terms of some of the things that you put heavy tax on. So I would hope that more common sense run. Okay, yes, we should not be using, the doctor will advise us that we should not be using plenty sugar or too much excess sugar. But whatever you do, sugar will always be used. So I don't think it's a means of helping to cure people or whatnot by putting tax on it. It's just like what we've seen happening with electricity now. We are told that electricity price is going to go up again. And I don't think that is helping, because when electricity price go up, it means that the commodities that we have to buy, prices will go up the same way too. And I don't think that's a good thing that they were doing to the persons that have to pay electricity bills. You know, not every time your price go up, you raise the price on the people. You have to think of the people, and government should be contacted to those things before the electricity department just put in prices on the things. So I really hope that is looked at. I saw on the television where a lady received the documentations for a piece of land that she was occupying from government, that she bought from government sometime, based on what they say. She bought the land a long time. They didn't see whether she just finished pay for it, but she bought this land from government, and the documents was handed to her sometime yesterday I went.
Who's that?
And somebody had bought some lands, and the Minister of Agriculture was handing the person the documents, the deed and so on, for the government land that was belonging to government that the person was occupying, or that paid for. They said paid for, so she paid for it at some time. Let's say she paid for it 10 years ago, and she just get the documents. And the Minister of Agriculture was showing, you know, well, I guess I was boasting himself to say that, okay, this thing has been going on for years. Years, people, they're not something new. It's happening over 15 years or more. People have been fighting the government for the documents and whatnot, and for government lands. People are was renting government lands, but they tell you buy. In Victoria North, part of Diamond Estate, about over 20 acres that they were divided. The last government divided to farmers. I don't know if the farmers have paid for it already and whatnot. So it's a process that was there long, and it's not something new. I think government should be working more on those things. People that occupying lands and willing to buy these lands, and they're having this problem. These problems and then should be sorted out long, because it's not a new thing. It has been happening years, where people are struggling. BJ will know about that as something. People are struggling to pay government, and some pay and still take a very long time in getting their documents. So I don't think it's been really good. The government should be in a position to be better off than other people when people pay for their lands, or when you have lands that people occupy for so many years. All these things like statute of limitation should be taken care of. And I think we'll be better, because we have a lot of lands, good lands, that are packed up there, not being used, you know, and we could make use a lot of use of. I see something on the television, on the phone, where the amount of things that you could do with bananas and banana tree, where they do in other countries, where they use the stock and so forth, other things. So we have a lot of use that could be put into all these lands that are lying idle there. So, Mr. BJ, if and when you become the Minister of Agriculture, we want to hear your plans for the idle lands in agriculture. What are your thinking of getting most of them under cultivation?
Thank you, sir.
That would be my question to you.
Good.
Good.
You want to respond to Clifford?
Well, fairly quickly.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
think that all lands, especially the idle ones, should put under cultivation. Make it productive. That's the only way you're going to get your country productive. And you may have difficulty doing it because some of the lands, or most of the lands, are privately owned. However, I'm sure that good sense can prevail, and we can get some of those lands cultivated. Just did 300 acres of uncultivated lands in 18 months. So, and those lands was owned by many different owners. So I know it can be done. It's how you approach it.
Okay. I have to say something in relation to the whole sugar issue. I have to say something. it will be remiss of me not to say anything. Now, and I want the listeners and viewers, I want you to don't blame BJ for what I'm about to say. What I'm about to say is how Andre feels about this, and I've been saying this for a very long time. The Prime Minister of Grenada knew that he was going to put the tax on sugar. It's not something he woke up the morning the budget and decide, hey, I'm going to do that. It is something that he knew what he was going to do. The Prime Minister of Grenada also knew that the health sector in Grenada was in shambles. The Prime Minister of Grenada knew that my people, BJ, the people at the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council, they're in shambles. Because if they weren't in shambles, what the Prime Minister had to do was, when he put the tax on the sugar, was to bring alternatives. Let alternatives come out from the doctors, from the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council. Let them educate the nation as to the dangers of the sugar and the alternatives. But nothing like that happened. So the whole government was in shambles. So when the Prime Minister come out and say, well, tax on sugar, people panic. And I tell you what happening now, BJ. Condensed milk more than anything else. Let the storekeepers, the supermarkets, check them. Condensed milk, that is the substitute, you know.
Yes.
And that has more sugar than anything else.
A lot.
But condensed milk is the substitute.
Yes.
So instead of flavored snoise, is milk snoise now, you know.
Cheaper.
I mean, come on. And where is the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council, which should be tied on to the Ministry for Agriculture? Or maybe directly tied on to the Ministry for Health? Where are they?
Andre, policies don't follow logics no more, you know. People get up overnight and they have a way of seeing things like the devil. So they act accordingly. Andre, if you're going to do something like that, all right, then you need to put the structures in place. Why don't you make honey cheaper? Why don't you, Mr. Pio was speaking about it whole morning. Why don't you, your apiaries and stuff like that, why don't you expand on it? Why don't you have beekeepers or 1 or 2 beekeepers with 2,000 and 3,000 hives? Why don't you expand the industry so you make it the honey available to your people so they can use it as sweeteners?
No, but
so Andre, we're gonna have to import milk all the time and list it with sugar and use it as a substitute, because you know something, Andre? Carbohydrates is your main food, you know, it's people's main food.
But in relation to why don't you, in relation to the bees and so, Mr. P and them killing people, them want to sell bees for 70 and honey for 70.
That was going through my mind. I thought about it, but I didn't call the price.
And bees, bees have no boundaries. I'm coming to you, Dr. Antoine. I see you smiling. Bees have no boundaries. So the honey in my land. In my land, you know.
Not your honey, your pollen.
Well, the pollen, whatever. The thing in my land. Bees are no boundaries. They cross, they take it, and they bring it back for Francis Spear. And Francis Spear want to charge me $80 a bottle. That ain't making sense.
You're supposed to pay me because pollination.
Huh?
You're supposed to
I didn't ask him. Breeze must blow. Breeze don't stop him blowing.
That's just one form.
Breeze don't stop him blow. You understand? Dr. Antoine, I know you'd want to comment. Come in here, sir, please.
Well, I guess this morning the speakers and VJ and yourself and Mr. Pierre touched on several fairly important issues. Mr. Pierre's point about the government issuing advisories to the various sectors of the agricultural sector, I think is important and probably should be acted on immediately. So that's a very valid suggestion this morning. As regards the price of sugar, there was a point in time when sugar was understood to be a staple in Grenadian people's diet, and the government made a decision that there will be no tax on staple products like flour, sugar, rice, etc. So for today to be taxed in the sugar is a regressive step on the part of our administration, and I think they'll be smart enough to correct that error. Because you cannot put tax on a staple, that means therefore you're immediately increasing the overall cost of living unnecessarily. But bear in mind that part of the Marketing and National Importing Board's function was to ensure that things like sugar and flour did not have any additional tax on them, but were literally virtually sold at almost cost price to our consumers because they were recognized to be staples of the Grenadian diet. So you can't afford to tax the staples that our people need for their daily living. I want to go to two additional points though. Yeah, so the government will be smart to reverse the tax situation there. Two additional points I want to touch on are one, electricity cost and abandoned lands. Abandoned lands represent a significant portion of the lands here in St. Andrews. And as I travel around, it hurts me to realize and observe that lands I knew as a boy growing up being very productive, producing a wide range of agricultural crops, nutmegs, cocoa, bananas, etc., are in essence in fallow for years now. And that's a serious comment or commentary on our attitude towards agriculture. It in essence says that agriculture to us is not of importance. But guess what, Al? Agriculture has always been a staple part of the Grenadian economy. And it's a fundamental aspect of our economy and therefore has to be given the essential and necessary attention. Failing to do that means that you have abandoned the whole issue of ensuring Grenada's continued economic development. So that's a serious issue that needs to be addressed. Kind of like yesterday, because it really literally saddens me to observe that approximately 90 to 95% of the lands that used to be very productive agricultural lands are now in fallow. And that's a shame. And there are ways and means to get those lands into production. And as BJ mentioned earlier on, if your agricultural lands are producing them, that means you're creating wealth enough. But you have to couple the increased production of agricultural produce with the process of or the act of agro-processing, because agro-processing is what is in essence will absorb all of the extra and excess produce or farmers produce that are not absorbed by the households for the daily consumption. So that is an integral organic aspect of developing an agricultural sector. You have to develop the agricultural sector, but that has to be done in tandem with the manufacturing or agro-processing sector. So that's my commentary on the essentiality of bringing back all the abandoned lands into productive agricultural lands.
All right.
That's an issue that has to be addressed, like sugar yesterday. And
Let's take.
let me go point before we go forward. The next point I want to raise is the question of electricity. Here I'm going to be the devil's advocate. Some years ago, there was planned to do a hydroelectric dam somewhere from the Granite Seven Sisters Fall area. And the equipment and pipes were brought in for that purpose. And we know that hydroelectricity is a green form of electricity. But strangely enough, the people who came to install the equipment claimed that the volume of water was not sufficient for the hydroelectric dam. But smartly enough, the said people, I don't know if it's the same individuals, but the same people turned around and told us, okay, we want the water piped to La Sagesse, so our company down there could have water for the business. People need to understand the cost of pumping that water from the Granite Tank Seven Sisters Fall down to St. David's. The actual cost of that is the cost or the absence of the hydroelectric dam that will provide cheaper electricity for our Grenadian people. And therefore, it's a national crime to have abandoned the national interest of our people, i.e., the installation of a hydroelectric dam in preference for pumping water from the same source to a facility down in Lasajes. And that's an issue we as a people need to address seriously. And if I had my own way, if only I had my own way, we'd have to stop the process.
It's a good thing you do it your own way. It's a good thing. It's a good thing you don't have your own way. But I have some information for you, and it's also for BJ, and it's a roadside veggie market tomorrow. And that veggie market will take place in Paradise. All right, you'll see a white tent, and it's under the white tent in Paradise, and that's going to take place tomorrow. If you don't have bananas, i.e. green bananas, $2 per hand for bananas, and $5 for 3 hands. BJ, not a good price?
Reasonable
price. Doc, so make sure if you don't have bananas, you check them out. They've got some plantains too. I think they got ripe plantains. And $5 per hand or $10 for 2 hands. So I guess really no bargain there. Just buy the $5 a hand and you're good. I hope it's big hands of plantains. Then you have they have corn, green corn. They'll be selling $3 per ear of corn or $10 for 4. That's not a bad price, is it, Doc? Is it? Sounds rather reasonable. So it's the roadside veggie market, and BJ, we spoke to her one time on the program, Douglas Farms.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think that she had some problems recently, didn't she? Where they stole something, the pump. They stole something. I wonder if she got the pump.
Yeah, they recovered it.
They got it back.
Yeah, they got it
so
back. Somebody's
going to jail
because of your radio station. They got it back.
No, she didn't come by me. She went by the other people in them. Them other people in them. Yeah, she didn't see it fit to come here. But we did speak about it and they got it back. And that's important. So yeah, Douglas Farm, they have that tomorrow, Friday the 12th of September. So if you want plantains, right? Plantains, green bananas, corn on the cob, and I guess they'll have other stuff there too.
I assume they'll normally do a lot of cantaloupes and watermelon.
Where exactly do they place that tent? I'm trying to figure out where exactly they have the tent. They will have the tent tomorrow. But it says a white tent.
I assume it's somewhere around the Paradise area, the Paradise Junction area, somewhere around that area.
Paradise?
Because they live close by.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
By the roundabout? Before the bridge? Somewhere around that area. Somewhere around that area.
Or maybe just on the stretch?
Probably.
Could be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I hope they get the lights, and they put up lights in the posture there. Playing field, they have lights.
Yes, I noticed.
Yeah. Is it on yet? Doc, the lights on? Let's take a call, Doc, before you answer about the lights. Let's take a call and see who this person is. Good morning.
Yes, Andre, I'm calling back again to talk to and listen to the word, my Minister of Agriculture, DJ. Mr. Minister, the situation with the Grenada Corporation has badly damaged the cottage industry because a lot of people would have depended on sending those small products off the United States and several other countries, Canada and so forth. Well, no, the United States, because that's where the ban came from. How do we deal with that? How do we deal with that situation to get that back on flow, get that back going? Because that's another way that they have now created a problem for us, right? Because you have the fish, now you have the cottage industry is who's going to go through a lot of hard times because a lot of those people would have sent nutmeg spray, they would have sent tamarind balls, guava cheese, guava jelly, all those things to the United States in a small packaging. How does my Minister of Agriculture deal with that problem? Thank you, sir.
You heard the question, sir?
Yes, Andre.
Okay, go ahead.
Andre,
so I'll put on.
Yeah. You can hang up and listen. Yeah, no problem. Great. Thank you.
Andre, with the closure of some of those entities that used to export stuff to the US and Canada and England, you find that some individuals would take up the slack. However, it's not properly organized, or the quantities that they are taking is not large volumes. And what you have is, because of the lack of guaranteed market, it affects your production. A lot of people cease from producing certain things that they used to produce. Even with the closure of marketing board, to a certain extent, because marketing board used to deal with the exportation of a lot of our agricultural produce to some of the developed countries. Now we need to get back those entities functional. Some of them that took the slow death and obsolete, that's okay. You basically can leave them out. But what the Great Marketing Board is doing, I've been hearing and seeing on TV that they have a new body now that looking at, setting it up, and you have one investor, and they're reluctant to call name and give us a background check and what this person never do and whatever. And all of a sudden they want to change the name. They say it's no longer MNIB.
What's the name?
It would be, they will give me a new name.
They didn't give it yet?
They don't give it yet. And my take is that
they could take out the importing. They probably want to take out the importing.
Marketing would has become a household name. It has become part of a tradition, something that we buy into. And I'm not saying that we don't want change, but the point I'm making, does changing the name mean changing the operation, or changing the status quo, or changing the focus?
Well,
and
I tell you what,
Andre,
it's just tricking us.
It's just tricking us.
That's what it is.
I am saying that, and I'm getting into dark territory now. The way for us to make money is to set up small industries, find niche market, and export it. That's the way farmers are going to be making serious money in Grenada. Thinking about the domestic market it's sort of limited. With population small, and we don't consume a lot of food and stuff like that. And everybody have something in the backyard. And we have good climate, so we always have extra. The point I'm making is that if we look at it from an economic standpoint, we would have to think about exporting the agricultural produce. And I know that it's difficult in some cases because of the way we produce things. But I'm convinced that if you have guaranteed market, people are going to start producing more efficiently. The market for us, not the production for us.
All right, guys, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take that break for our news because we're running, we're like 3 minutes and should have had the news already. We're going to take that break for the news, and then we'll come back smartly after the news. This is Real 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. Stay with us. We've got news coming up for you.
Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
Welcome to the latest news update as produced by the Northern News Network. The details when I return.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Hello and welcome back locally. In recognition of World Literacy Day, Junior Chamber International Grenada proudly executed Project Bright Start, an initiative designed to support young learners and promote the importance of education. On Monday morning, members of the JCI Grenada visited the St. Patrick Anglican School during their assembly and presented students with donations of school bags and essential school supplies. The initiative aims to ensure that children are equipped with the tools they need to succeed academically while highlighting the value of literacy in shaping brighter futures. In the region in Jamaica, Education Minister Dr. Dana Morris Dixon says Jamaica's vision cannot be achieved without discipline in schools. Her comments come as the new school year began with reports of students being locked out of secondary schools for grooming breaches. The Education Ministry is investigating. Speaking at Shortwood Teachers College's 140th anniversary, Dr. Morris Dixon said principals should be supported in enforcing discipline, while noting that the school environment has changed over the years.
We have to stand with our schools and our principals on this matter of discipline. And I say it all the time, our school environment has changed. We have our children coming to school from homes where nobody cares to teach them how to be a good citizen. Nobody cares to instill discipline in them. They're not getting it in the home. They're not getting it in the community. Our schools have become something different. Our teachers are becoming the parents. Our teachers are often not just the guidance counselor, but they're taking on the role that the family should have taken on. It is not easy being in our schools or in our classrooms. It's very difficult. Our classrooms have to be seen as places of re-socialization because our children are not learning it at home.
And in sports, Jamaica's Reggae Boys have moved a step closer to securing their spot at the 2026 FIFA World Cup Finals following a 2-0 victory over Trinidad and Tobago in a CONCACAF final round qualifier at the National Stadium in Kingston. This ends the latest news update as produced by the Northern News Network. I am your presenter Maxine Antwine, thanking you for joining us.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
This is Real Xpressions Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9 Real FM. From the soil to your soul, we growing real. From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly, planting pride in every row. Grenada's roots forever grow. Sunrise brings the harvest call, banana, nutmeg, feeding all. We salute the ones who feed with every hand and every seed. We grow real, grow Grenada, heart of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, we're proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday.
It's Agriculture Thursday.
In the garden, in the field, real stories now revealed. Voices strong will tell.
That's what it is with Andre, Donald, Bertrand, John, and of course, the ever-present Dr. Entwine. Good morning to you again, guys. And it's nice to have you. BJ in studio, Dr. Doc, is that your office?
No. This is just my living room where I tend to drop asleep while eating. Huh? That's just the window overlooking my road.
Is
the road
it
outside.
your living room where you intend to drop asleep after you
I
would have
don't
had?
intend, I do.
So, and is that after you've had some Woodman?
Well, that's included, of course. I couldn't deny that.
BJ, not BJ, but Doc, one of these days we have to organize a Woodman drink tasting competition. Okay. So as to bring some bartenders together in a particular bar somewhere. And let's see what they can do, how they can conjure up different things with the Woodman. What do you think?
Well, we have been given thought to the whole process of the various ways you can use the woodman. And actually, we had a few people who were working on some specific ideas being put together for the range of uses. Of course, cocktail is just one of those uses. But do you also know that the woodman has been very effective in helping to do what is called the toddy? The toddy is an international beverage.
Yeah, the toddy was made popular in during slavery. The white man drank the toddies when he figured out that he was catching the cold or had rheumatism or something like that. That's when the toddy became. I believe the toddy is out of the South, meaning the southern U.S. Am I correct there?
I'm not quite sure the actual source and origin of it, but I know it's an international beverage.
But you wouldn't be able to make the toddy good because you have tax on sugar.
Well, that just affects the price, But at the end of the day, it's the taste that will make the difference. And
I've never had a toddy though. I've never had one.
Really?
I just read about it. I read a lot.
The truth be told about the toddy is that every region or country makes the toddy using the hot beverage that's most popular to them, So like in Scotland, they would use the Scotch whiskey. In Russia, they'd use the vodka. And in the US, they probably would use Jack Daniel or one of the Kentucky bourbons to do the toddy. And here in Canada, we do the rum.
We do the rum.
Yes, and Woodman is one of the most popular forms for the part of the formula, in part because of the flavor it brings out from the.
Don't they also have to have hot water in the toddy?
Well, not necessarily hot water, but you have the lime or lemon juice. You'd have the honey, and then you'd have the strong part, which is the Woodman, or any other alcoholic beverage, rum.
All right, I need to look up the recipe again of the toddy and see if I can make me a toddy.
Yeah, you could always do that quite. And by the way, it has some powerful medicinal benefits.
It does.
Yes. And there's some science to it.
But do you know? You also know that there's down in the south, in southern USA, where all the estates were and everything like that. That the Caucasians believe that they can drink the toddy when they believe that they were suffering from rheumatism. They'll drink the toddy, and then they will have young slaves, boys, as a footmat, saying that they will drain the rheumatism into the young slaves. That's how smart they were. I don't know. We've got a call. Let me take this call.
Never heard that story.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Let me take this call. Good morning, Bridgman. How you doing?
Good morning, Mr. Donald. I'm sitting here and I'm waiting to hear BJ answer that question. He didn't answer it yet,
Well, BJ is listening to you.
The guy asked him about what he will do as Minister of Agriculture.
But he's right there. Talk to him.
And he didn't give the answer.
Okay.
As Minister of Agriculture, what will you do? I'm listening.
You see, what would I do is to go in cabinet and sit and put forward my case, and hopefully the cabinet will agree with me. And hopefully I would have the leader of the cabinet is that good sense might prevail. I can tell you what I want to tell you now, that's going to sound like false promises. And I don't make those, and I'm very careful about those because of my intention to get involved in frontline politics. I don't want to commit myself now like those people would have done in the past. And then people say, but wait, hang on. I thought you said so. I thought you said you was going to do this and do that. I don't make those kind of promises. I am saying that in relation to the sugar, as you answered the question fairly well, in relation to the fish, I thought I did so. Even that would require cabinet decision. Something like the fish, foreign affairs would have to get involved in that to a certain extent. So I would want to say things from a personal perspective, However, I want to be very careful. So if you notice, I'm speaking in general. I'm trying to have a net outside it, hoping that what you're looking for, you might find it inside of that net, rather than me trying to be extremely specific and people corner me up little later down the road. Remember, when you get involved in government, it's not just you. You have a cabinet. So you need to be careful.
That I understand. And you come straight and tell them, okay, this is what I will do. I'll consult my cabinet. We'll make the decision. We'll contact the appropriate authorities and move forward.
That's what I said. I don't know if you listened.
Don't give us the political talk. Okay.
All right, boss. I like how you're cornering me up this morning. I appreciate that.
Hey, before Augustine, before you run off, and it's important that you know this, eh? I'm listening to BJ answering the question, and I'm like, BJ, answer the question. And then I see you put up, well, BJ, you didn't answer the question. And I still can't say anything because he's my guest. So you can't embarrass the guest. And I'm praying that somebody calls, and I'm happy you call, Augustine.
I know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But Augustine, I like how you cornered me up this morning.
We got to answer straight. We as the constituents, we need straight answers. We don't need political answers because not everybody be technical with the answers.
I know what you're saying.
All right, have a great one.
All right, boss.
Yeah, take care. Great. Okay. It's Realist 91.9, 91.5, www. We have another call. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, BJ.
Morning.
You have to be careful what you're saying. The people want to dig you more to give the government ideas what to do. Don't give them no ideas whatsoever. Don't let them corner you. Okay?
All right, thanks for the advice.
Okay, great. Well, I wouldn't. Anyway, let me not say anything. You're my guest this morning, again, as per usual, so I have to be very careful. Like, well, I'm very careful when I treat the woodman if I drink, Oh, by the way, Doc.
Yes, go on.
Last weekend when I got outside of there, your good friend Comsey asked me for you. So I just had to let you know.
Okay, I'll say hello to Comsey for me, please. Thanks.
Me say hello to Comsey. You paying for that out?
Yes, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, when I see him today.
All the audience out there.
Yeah, when I see him today, I'll tell him that you said hello.
Thank you very much.
Doc, speaking of,
sorry.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, I just wanted to add a couple of things, that to the question that was asked, or questions that were asked by the caller to BJ, as regards his status as presumptive Minister of Agriculture. Of course, the outright answer to the second question would have been removal of the taxation on sugar, period. But alongside that, you also want to develop the alternative sweeteners sources that we have, like the honey sector. Right? That'll be important.
For Mr. Pierre to turn millionaire on me?
No, that's okay. That's okay. It's okay to have a few millionaires in Grenada.
But hold on. Why I getting broke? $80 for a bottle of honey.
Keeps you healthy.
Well, then there's no way we could measure the distance and the areas that the bee go visited. So we won't be able.
He paying for that. My land, my land. The bees coming in.
The alternative in that case is for you to have your own apiaries. In any case, so the alternative sweetener sources will be useful. In fact, there are a couple of herbs here in Grenada that are known to have sweet characteristics to them, similar to stevia. And so that's a third area that could be looked at in terms of alternative sweetening source here in Grenada. But if that has to be developed, it would require some specific planning, i.e., where you set out X number of acres of land to produce Y amount of that material, and therefore you'll be able to achieve Z amount of whatever final product you're looking for. But those are three specific responses I would have for the caller as regards the sweetener in Grenada. The other issue of the fish, what it says in essence is that, look, man, fish has always been a major staple of our diet, just as the sugar and the flour and the sugar and the rice and other stuff. And the fish is one of the major sources of protein for our people. And protein is a daily necessary nutrient for all our citizens. And so, in addition to just, we shouldn't be, first of all, just exporting our fish, fresh fish at that, and then bringing in salted fish and smoked herring. If you ask me, I would say let us ban the importation of smoked herring in the first instance. I know people will be upset with me for that. And produce our own special processed fish products. We used to do salt fish one time here in Grenada, right? That was a beautiful fish. And we could develop our fish sector so as to ensure that any excess fish not sold to our customers domestically can be processed either into canned products or frozen products or preserved dried fish or salted fish. So there must be some specific aspect of a plan designed to value add, as you would have said, BJ, add value to the excess fish that we have here. And the issue of banning the exportation of fish should be a mute one. We shouldn't be at the beckon of people telling us what we could do with our fish or what we should do with our fish. We should be processing our fish, excess fish, to export and bring in some foreign exchange. So that would be my response as regards that question on the fish issue.
No, nobody asked me what I thought about the whole fish issue. And that is so very disappointing. Nobody said,
Well,
Andre,
you,
what
well, you
do you
can
think?
comment. You're on the panel. Go ahead.
I can say again.
You can comment.
As a man jealous about fish.
No, I'm not jealous about the fish. It's just that I believe that Grenadians, first and foremost, do not eat enough fish to start. According to my grandmother, at the startment of all of this, Grenadians do not eat enough fish. It goes right back again to BJ's friends at the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council. In the schools, they do not cultivate the appetite for children to want more fish when they go home. When a child hears fish, that child is immediately thinking, bone, I will swallow it and it will stick in my throat and I'll have a problem. That is what the child is thinking instantly when that child hears fish. No, there's no way we should be importing this thing called smoke herring. And when you import smoke herring and the chefs and so on in the hotel take it, they do it up, put some onions and garlic and whatever in it, and then they call it part of a Grenadian breakfast. So how that could be Grenadian breakfast when that thing don't come out here? We are not teaching our people, and it is time for us to start teaching our people, and not teaching me and teaching BJ and yourself, Doc. No, it's time for us to go into pre-primary schools and start teaching the children about fish and all the nutritional values of fish and all the different ways fish can be prepared so as to give you something different. Just like you can do so and fry chicken and broil chicken and bake chicken. Well, why can't you do the same with fish? Do you understand? We have to get creative with this aspect of agriculture. Fish. We have to. Some people say, boy, I like that ocean Ghana, eat fresh. Hello? They should not be saying that. Why? Because Grenada Food and Nutrition Council should have been telling them ages ago what to do to get rid of that quote-unquote fresh scent. But Food and Nutrition does nothing.
Well,
all they do is... I didn't interrupt you, but go ahead.
Sorry, my apology. No, you finish. You finish.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
It's an idea that was coming to my head. You go ahead. Finish.
No. I'm willing to give way.
No, I was simply going to add to your point about the creative uses of our fish. Yes, we need to make sure that fish soul is boneless in the first instance, and use the bones to make broths and sauces and other stuff, and so to the skin. But we should prepare it so that the children can easily eat it just as they eat the chicken. Secondly, the fish protein is much more digestible than that of the chicken.
Thank you.
So we should encourage our kids to be using fish in the schools, for example, but it has to be in a form that is easily um, obtained and therefore not affect their well-being, i.e., free of bones, right? One of the things I noticed, Andrew, we have a number of species of fish here too that we don't even make use of. You know, I was fortunate enough to have been at a restaurant and the chef said to me, "Well, we have Sol here, and he gets anchovies for his restaurant." And I'm thinking, I thought anchovies were out of the ocean anymore. No, anchovies are still available, but we don't use it. And anchovies could be a high price product out in the international market. You know. In fact, they actually use it in things like pizza. So, and of course, a range of other products. So, for us to have anchovies and other fish species here that are edible and not make use of it is one additional thing that we as a people need to look at in a serious way to
Mhm.
develop the fish industry. So it's not just the tuna, the fishes that we're familiar with, but we should also bring in the other species that we're not very familiar with or we may have lost familiarity with over the years. And so the fish sector potentially has tremendous economic value in terms of
There's so much that can be done, and there's so much we're not doing as it relates to
because
fish in this country.
because we don't sit down and plan and think of what can we do with the resources we have here. You remember we just talked about abandoned agricultural lands, you know?
Hmm.
Even that. So we have a resource, fish resources that we overlook and undervalue, and instead of making better use of it, we end up bringing in chickens that are pumped with hormones, right, and antibiotics, and we bring in other meat products that some of which, most of which we probably could produce as well.
And
But
and
the
we
point
even
is,
we
the
even
point
look at,
is,
yeah.
the point is, the fish sector has tremendous potential that we grossly overlook and undervalue.
But and we just simply have to look at the waste from the fish, for instance. There is nothing wrong with the same ministry for fisheries saying, okay, fine, all the waste from the fish goes X place, and then it is grounded properly, everything, the bones and everything grounded properly, and put whatever has to be put to it. Let Dr. Antoine and them come up with the whatever recipes have to go into the grounded fish waste, quote unquote. And then there's your dog food, there's your cat food, locally made.
But it could also be as human food, Andre.
I
Don't
don't
forget,
know. I ain't never gonna eat that.
a lot of byproducts, a lot of byproducts from various industries are literally sold to us as food. You know?
Yes, Doc,
A
that's
lot of
true.
byproducts from various industries are sold to us as food.
Well,
And
yeah,
so the
but
byproducts of the fish sector definitely has potential to be sold and processed as food.
okay, Doc. Okay, Doc. That.
But let me just remind you of one additional point, Andre. For every product we have here in Grenada,
Mm-hmm.
there is the potential to produce at least 3 commercial products. Any product, be it an agricultural produce, be it something coming from the sea, be it something coming from the forest. And the fact that we don't attempt in any serious way to harness those resources and make best use of them in the interest of Grenada's national economic development tells you that we as a people, either we've been hoodwinked, we're
Well, we have
intellectually
been
lazy,
hoodwinked. We have been hoodwinked.
or are we just not motivated, or we're not entrepreneurial or adventurous enough to do the things necessary in the interest of Grenada's socioeconomic development.
Well, I saw somebody put up, oh, we used to do this but the revolution used to dry fish as salt fish, and we didn't have to import. The revolution did something. I'm not saying that it didn't do, but what the revolution did not do was to educate the people in relation to the things. So as soon as the revolution gone, that went out of the window and the people went back to what they were accustomed to. That is what
It's not as
happened.
simple as that, Andre.
What's
No,
that?
it's not as simple as that, Andre. The IMF instructed the government after
I'm not arguing with you. I make my point and that is it. I could cut you off.
and you need to be corrected.
No, I need to cut you off.
Well, that will be fine, you know.
No, but you see, the revolution did not, and I stand by that.
That might be the case, Andrew.
The revolution did not, just like this government, past government, and the revolution being a past government, they were not educating our people.
We didn't probably get to the stage where everyone became conscious of the situation. But there was a process of educating our people of the benefits of using the food that we produce. Not only that, we were already achieving and obtaining foreign exchange from some of the produce that we some of the products we produce. Okay, so yes, the educational level was not there.
Still not there. Still not there.
This project, for example, I personally am aware the consultant who advised the IMF that it should be closed. He interviewed me, and he told me what was the situation. He said he recommended that the saltfish plant should be closed because his excuse, when I asked, because Grenada doesn't have enough fish. Now you explain that to me.
But yes, I could explain that in one word. In one word. You want me to explain it? One word. Education.
Okay.
He too was not educated.
No, he was very well educated. He had a function. His mission was to ensure that.
Yeah, book sense. Yeah, book sense. Yeah, book sense, dog. He not educated. Book sense he had.
I agree.
No, I'm telling you, the problem is, doc, and I'm speaking Grenada. I can't speak for anywhere else. The problem is, we will start something. We will not educate people as to what we're doing, but we expect them to tag along. No.
That would be a point. That's a valid point. I agree.
And listen, if you have eggs in your country and you want the population to consume more eggs, but you produce eggs in the country, but the amount of eggs you want your population to consume, you're having the competition from the eggs coming out from abroad. Put that way you have to put a tax.
Well, that's correct.
That is where you have to put a tax, but they're not. The eggs coming in, and the eggs here, because of what Caribbean Agro is doing to us, the eggs coming in and the eggs here is the same price.
Well, Andre, it's not as simple as that.
Okay, everything goes simple.
It's not as simple as speaking it like that.
Speak the complicated one.
The complicated one is that what you're saying makes sense.
No sense.
It makes sense if you can do it as easy as you're saying it. However, when you put a tax on the imported eggs because you are producing enough locally, the people who are selling the eggs to you, don't forget, they can put a tax on whatever you're sending to them too, you know.
I don't send nothing to them. My eggs is for me here.
Not that. You're sending your sauce up to them.
So who?
Your sauce up.
Mr. Man, let me tell you something. That again.
They can put a tax on you.
No, but
they're sending you're sending your fish to them. They can put a tax.
They already put the thing, and we can't export the sauce up. We can't export the fish. Grenada is not using, Grenadians are not using enough sauce up.
We can utilize all what we have.
I didn't say that. I said we are not using enough.
That's true.
Trinidad, right next to us, is not getting enough sauce up from us. And then what we send into Trinidad is those things that green that taking 10 years to ripe. What has to be done? Again, it goes back to localizing our stuff, adding value. You guys speak about it in bananas, you guys speak about it in cocoa, you guys speak about it in nutmegs. Why not speak about dealing with the same thing
for fish?
I ain't going fish, I didn't sauce up. We are not adding value. All we have to do with the sauce up here is pulp the sauce up. We will find use for the waste here. We'll find something to do with the waste here. Trust me, Dr. Antoine is still alive, so we'll find something to do with the waste, pulp the sauce up, and export the sauce up to Trinidad. My friend Telesford tells me every time he goes into Port of Spain, goes on the promenade, looking for sauce up ice cream, always none available. Always none available. He said for you to get sauce up, you have to do so on time when the boat reach to the time they get it. and you might get one day afterwards.
Pricing.
What?
The price in Trinidad is related to the price in the US.
The price in Trinidad as it relates to the price in the US?
For soursop.
How much them men paying you for soursop?
Where in the US?
No. Them fellas that passing and buy soursop, how much they paying you?
$5 per pound.
Where they going with it?
In the US.
They ain't going in Trinidad with it?
No.
Joking me.
If they want to buy for Trinidad, they probably pay $2 and $3.
BJ,
because of the price what they getting down there.
Leave the sauce up on the tree and tell me if you get $1. Leave it on the tree about it. No, we are not. Listen, we are not industrially minded. That is what our problem is. And the farmers is what killing us. The farmers is what killing us because the farmers
are killing us, Andre.
The farmers killing us. BJ and them that killing us because BJ want to sell me a pound of banana for $3 and $4.
Demand and supply.
You hear him? Demand and supply. Gone back there again. I'm telling you, the farmers are killing us.
Our farmers need to be valued as people of greater importance than we give to them. That's important. All our farmers, including the peasants, the farm laborers, have to be given greater value for their contribution to our national economic status. In fact, Andre, the farmers without food, the society collapses, So that's how valuable the farmers are to us. And therefore they should be appreciated in terms of the price we pay to them for the produce, even if, like most countries do, we have to subsidize the price to ensure two things. One, our consumers get the produce at a reasonable and fairly low price. And two, the farmer gets a better price that helps to subsidize his activity. So those two things have to be looked at from the perspective of the administration to ensure our farmer gets a better quality, have a better lifestyle, if I may put it that way. And at the same time, that our people get the produce we need at a price that we can afford.
Dr. Entwine, the farmers themselves, they are the ones who do not lift their heads because they have been taught that agriculture, let me not say agriculture have money, farming do have money. They have been taught that, hold on right there. They have been taught that farming do our money, garden do our money. BJ understands that agriculture has money. Hence the reason he took 18 months to clear 300 acres of land. And when we see BJ driving down the road and he driving in the Mercedes, all glass up, or he driving whatever, and all glass up and air conditioner running, we saying BJ playing bright and he's presser man, not understanding that BJ is dealing with agriculture. And when BJ realized, okay, fine, 5 years pass and I have this van and I could do so and get another one with concessions and let the land pay for the van, they don't understand that. So it's the farmers that looking down upon themselves. They need to do so and stand up and realize, hey, I am of value and I can do this and I can make money from this thing. Go back to Mr. Peters blame the teachers. Go back to the teachers. They're the problems.
So you are making a point, Andre, that hits at the core of our educational system.
Well, of course, I know. You think I should be?
It hits directly at the core of our educational system, which raises the question, what do we value? What do we as a people, not just Grenada, but the region as a whole, consider of value? What is the whole purpose of our economic activity? If your focus is just money, that's different from your focus being productive. So as a farmer, you can't just be thinking of money and not thinking of a quality produce. And a quality produce requires a certain amount of inputs and attention. But and a number of other factors, of course, BJ could probably better explain. But the long and short is this, Andrew. As a culture, we have not given the value and status to our farming community that they deserve. And that's no accident. That's no accident.
You're saying the same thing Andre's saying, eh? So go ahead.
Well,
Love to hear you.
I'm simply complimenting what you're saying, and you're supplementing.
You're saying the same thing. Say the same thing.
All right, Andrew. So then let me just amplify what you're saying then, Andrew. And so at the end of the day, if our educational system is restructured so on to ensure that we give greater value to our teachers, greater value to our farmers, greater value to our janitorial, custodial people. Until then, we wouldn't appreciate the role these people play in our society. And thus, everybody have to be seen as contributing in one way or the other and playing an important role in our society. We can't be people.
Tell me one person you know who has planted 1 acre of yams. One person you know, BJ, can you tell me of one person you know who has planted 1 acre, a pure stand acre of yams?
No.
Exactly. You didn't see me playing the fool?
Right, so isn't that part of the educational problem?
Well, I just said the education is the problem. We playing, if you're in Grenada where we do some, we good with agriculture, not one BJ who is a big farmer can tell me of one place where a man plant an acre of yam.
But the same thing could be potatoes, you know?
Yeah.
Andre and Doc, academic qualification is not education. Eh?
I agree.
And in a lot of cases, we are delusional when it comes to educating our population.
But again, they go back to what I said.
I don't understand how you can have a school feeding program and 90% of the stuff you feed the kids with every single day is imported stuff. How do you expect them to grow up when they grow up? Everything they're going to be eating.
So tell me this. You one thing I want to ask you here. Tell me the 10% that is not imported. What are you talking about? The water, what they use?
The lettuce and thing. And
what? They doesn't give them children that?
Doesn't get that?
No. What? We have a caller. Let's take the caller. Oh, the caller is gone. They doesn't give them children that? What's wrong with you?
No veg?
No.
So, Andre, so you don't understand that how our educational system has underserved our society for several
Well,
years.
hold on. That's what I'm saying all along. You're asking me if I understand that?
And therefore, you have a role to play to help educate our population.
Well, hold on, Dr. Antoine. You missed the boat. Because why you think I've been having this program for the past 20 or so? Well, close to 20 years? I've been having this program. I've been trying to educate my brothers and sisters, but they're not taking it.
And therefore, we have.
And that's why I call on the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council every time I get the opportunity. I am willing on this program to give them time, not just to talk, but to prepare programs that will do so and give our people a different outlook of local recipes.
Taste is something.
And 5 other people and them.
And taste is something you acquire.
So could I
by eating things over and over, you acquire the taste for the thing, and then your taste buds will tell you whether or not you like it or not. I remember the first time I ate cantaloupe. I vowed never to put this thing in my mouth again,
You're different to me. I like local.
And it took me 1 year before somebody said, "Bridget, try this thing again. Try it again." And all of a sudden, everybody realized, but wait, hang on, this thing not so bad. It's something you have to acquire. Because the smell, I probably thought, nah, I don't want that. Andre, your education of your people need to be continuous. And not just continuous, you need to have adult education also. Why you think they so have people come in and sit in the night and try to educate themselves as to how to live, not just to gain academic qualification? If you don't educate it properly, you can't live properly,
So here is where.
And before you go on, Doc, before you say anything, let me just say this. And I'm going to show you how our people not willing to do so and accept the education. When I start this program every morning, I have my listeners bulking up to 250, 260, that kind of bulk up. By the time we get to this where we get to this time on the program, the numbers go down to 190 something, maybe a little 200 if you're lucky. You see now you're lucky, you have 204. The people, if it was gossip, you understand? If it was what Keith Mitchell say, if it was where Deacon Mitchell go and the slippers he wear boss, they love that. But things to do so and give them a different outlook on life. And this is what this program is about, to give you yes, we will criticize the government, the Minister for Agriculture, because we know he ain't doing nothing. We are sure that. We know that he ain't doing nothing. So why waste time on him? He ain't doing nothing. We established that already. It is time that our Grenadian brothers and sisters, Grenada Food and Nutrition Council, it is time for y'all to do so and take a different step and realize you have the Grenadian people to deal with. You're not dealing with the Grenadian people.
You need to go back again, Andre. Education.
Well, I said that.
So here is where Real FM Andre needs to step out and play a greater advocacy role.
Greater than what I'm doing, Doc?
Well, how you come, Doc?
Let me just finish the point here. So here is where you can include a program for the schools, for example, Andre.
I don't broadcast. So when they at school, when they are at school, I'm on air.
That might be the case. But you could have a program that they could plug into at some point in time.
No. Go and tell Morty and Booba and Little Carey and them soca artists that is singing the song over. Go and tell them to write song for where the children go learn something. Go and tell them write song. So don't come and tell me. I'll play the song.
All right, but that is important. But the point I'm trying to make is, if, for example, you have the Food and Nutrition Council, for example, 1 hour or 2 hours every week that comes and does a program as regards an innovative way of preparing bananas, for example, or innovative way of doing the breadfruit, or a different way of doing any of our fish products, and that goes out to the classroom, for example, that would be one additional step you're playing in your advocacy role.
If they come to me, I can tell them easy how to do it. If they come to me, let us write a proposal, because they're responsible to government. Let us write a proposal to government so as to deal with the cost. And I will send, somebody will take the idea. That's why I'm saying this one, because I know somebody will take the idea. I will send a team to the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council every week. And whilst they're there, we're broadcasting it live on YouTube and they're live on the radio. And they're dealing with, today we deal with the preparation of ocean gear. We know it's a fresh fish. Brrr, they go and they do things for hour. After hour, here is the meal. Ocean gear and bakes.
So here's my suggestion. You send out a letter to them today, this morning.
Who me?
Get your office to do that, yes.
No. The Grenada Food and Nutrition Council is part of government. Government doesn't have nothing to do with
that's okay. That's okay.
We have a caller. It's more important to deal with this caller than the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council. It doesn't bother me. Good morning, caller. How are you doing?
Morning, Andre.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Not bad. I was listening to you regarding the egg.
Speak up.
Yeah, I said I was listening to you regarding the eggs.
Uh-huh.
And, you have...
You're going down again, brethren. You're going down again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, talk to me.
I say you have trade agreements that, will WTO and so on. But beside that, you have companies like Agro who put down acres and acres of farmland, pens in Australia. And they are the same people that's supplying us with the feed. So the feed now, they could have us at advantage. You understand? They charge you a lot for feed, and then they give you substandard because certain times your chicken's not laying the way they're supposed to lay, but you're paying the same amount for the feed because they don't have the products needed to make the feed. They don't have guards here to guard us to say, well, like, they need samples from every batch of feed that you produce, to see that we get in the right production. And they could charge you what they want for the feed, and you have to sell the eggs at a high price, and they could supply eggs cheaper. And this will be going on until you get frustrated and you close down, and then you have the supermarkets ordering. The supermarkets would order a container of eggs or 2 containers of eggs. But when the local producer is producing eggs and he has abundant amount of eggs, they won't take it from him and so on rotate. So you have a situation there, and then plus you have the government now not having chemical engineers to see what we have in Grenada that you could use as feed, whether it's munga or whatever. You could make a feed and you could have fish. You have fish byproducts that you could use to integrate into it. But nobody is studying that. Look in Africa, they don't realize that you could use mango leaf to boost your egg production, producing a certain way. These people are studying what are the alternatives to wheat and corn. All right. So that's my little bit here now.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Jay,
Thank
this
you.
is just quickly.
Uh-huh.
This is something that we need to take into consideration.
But it goes back to education, BJ.
Well, yes, but all goes back to education. I'm talking about comparative advantage. If eggs is selling, imported eggs is being sold on our market at $5 a dozen, and you're producing eggs locally, and it's being sold at $8 or $10 a dozen, it's better to buy the imported eggs, because as far as I'm concerned,
No, it's not better, it's cheaper.
well, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Okay. And in a lot of cases, you don't say, oh, it's imported thing, so you don't good. What make you think it's not even better than what you're producing locally? Because the feed that they're probably producing for their own selves are much better or of a higher quality. Andre, we need to be extremely careful. I've been on a farm where people utilize waste material to feed animals. And they would use chicken belly, chicken feathers, things like the hocks, the guts of the after you squeeze the orange and lime and stuff like that. So they would use the skin and the peel and whatever. They would use bagasse and some other stuff, and they would use the cow themselves, that dead, the carcass from the cow, the hands and head and whatever.
Yeah.
And they would put it in a huge room to ferment, and the temperature will go up to 300-400 degrees. So all bacteria, everything dead. And they do so, and they add some corn and stuff to that, and they feed back the animals on those things,
Why not?
And when the cow animal grow so big and put on so much weight, they would weigh them every week, If they don't put on 10-15 pounds, they kill it and throw it outside and stuff like that. They say they're wasting time.
So if you have a cow, why don't put that 1 pound?
when the corn am about to be slaughtered, they would put dust, soil in one pan, and they would wet it, and it would wet it up to the knee height of the cow. So to move in the mud, the cow had to use a lot of muscles to kind of pull the foot out of the mud. And they would keep them there for a few months, as a month or two or whatever. And I say, what is the purpose? They say, BJ, we're getting two things there, We're getting back the manure from the soil that we use because the coffee farmers come back and buy those manure. And also we tighten up the meat, We turning the fat on the cow into muscles now, even before them sell. Yeah. Everything, Andre, self-sustained. Everything is being sold. No wastage of anything whatsoever. So I want to know, with all this thing that we're producing here, why we can't make anything? Why we can't sell?
You want the answer to that?
Education?
No.
What?
I ain't gonna say education. Doc, do you know the answer? No, you don't.
Yes, the bottom line to all that is education, research, and development.
No,
exactly.
No. The research and development has already been done. Hold on, Doc. To deal with that particular situation that BJ is speaking about, is just have elections and elect BJ and he don't deal with him. You know it. And you know it. That's how you do it.
That's how you do the thing.
Yeah. Have elections, elect you, make sure you become the agricultural minister, and all what you say today in the cloud, you're a call.
Treat me like a cow.
No,
you call me if I can't make it.
No, if you can't make it, then that's it. You get them.
Call.
Yeah, you get called. Take you out of the whole thing. You're in.
I don't put in a nothing.
No, wait. That DJ. That's it. No. But Doc, final words from you this morning. It's almost 10 o'clock.
I just want to say thanks, Andre, for the opportunity to participate in this morning's panel discussion. And I do find it very stimulating and a very opportune time to share information with our audience over there. My only request and therefore wish would be if only many, if not most of the ideas that we discuss here can only be adopted one way or the other by the various ministries, departments, or institutions. If only that can be done, then you as an advocate on behalf of our farmers and farming industry would have accomplished your job.
All right, thanks. BJ, final.
Good morning, Andre. Good morning to Doc again, and morning to the listening public. Grenada, I love you as always. Stay sweet.
All right, my thing this morning, and this is something that I want both yourself, Doc, and BJ, I want y'all to, you, Doc, work on someone for the next 6 days who is going to be on our program on next Thursday, God's willing. Work on someone new. BJ, you also work on someone. And realize that we have the technology, so the person, all they have to have is a tablet or something, and we can link with them wherever they are, so the person doesn't necessarily have to come. And you could tell them that they can join us at around the 8 o'clock hour, when we'll be in, as they say, full steam and full speed ahead. So BJ, you work on someone. Dr. Entwine, you work on someone. I'd really love for someone from the fisheries department of our nation, because really and truly, we need to have an idea of what is happening. Well, no, not what is happening, What are we going to do outside of, because I know they say the green economy or the green whatever have been meeting to do so and try to change the way how we handle fish. Kenny Larsing tell me already, when a man reach 35 years, forget that you cannot do so and get him to do nothing new. He go still do it the old way no matter what. Kenny Larsing tell me that.
Andre.
Most of our fishermen over that. So to get them to change that practice is going to be real hard. Not that we shouldn't try, but what we need to do is to find better ways, or more how you call it? Ingenious ways? Yes. Doc, is that a word?
Yes.
I think it is.
It is a word.
To deal with our fish, we need to eat more fish in Grenada. And the government of the day needs to make that a point now. Look at subsidizing agriculture. When I say agriculture, I don't just thinking about planting okra and cassava. I'm thinking about who going out there and hold fish too. We need to do so and start subsidizing that, because if we don't do that, we doom. Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Andre, look for the opportunities that the disappointment has caused us. It's there. Just look closely and look hard.
Okay, then. Take care of yourself.
Take
One love.
care.
Yeah, Doc, take care.
All right, thank you guys.
From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly, planting pride in every row, Grenada's roots forever grow.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
This is the latest update of news as produced by Triple N. We'll have the details when we return.